That's a lot of hours in PowerPoint.
Well, you know, I wanted to make sure it was pretty. I wanted to make sure it, fit the topic. I wanted to make sure it flowed well. The animations, I added animations to it. You know, transitions of the slides. I tried to figure out what design would be good for it. Toggled the background images. Checked around for different templates for the background and modified those. Had to look for pictures to go along with my themes. Used a bunch of the settings to actually smooth the edges around the pictures. And then I had to also put notes in every single section.
Oh, snap. Imee resubscribed for 36 months. That guy.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Imee.
I was crashing out, especially last night. I was up until like 2 o'clock in the morning recording my audio for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too happy about it because I think this microphone is doo-doo. Or at least it picked up doo-doo.
Well, you sound okay with it so far, so, I mean...
No, I think last night I was like nasally. I was like, oh no. I had to do like a 5 to 10 minute video. I ended up speed talking through it.
Mm-hmm.
Stumbled over a couple of my words and stuff, but I managed to get up to 8 minutes. So I was like, yes! It's like, it will do. Submit. I don't care if I stumbled over my words. You get the point.
Yeah.
PK fire!
Oh, snap. Somebody gave me a PK fire. Hold on.
PK fire?
Serafina Noir. Oh, man.
PK
I haven't
blast.
seen you in a long time. Welcome back, Serafina.
Serafina?
So glad to see you here.
I had to cut out a lot of what was in my stuff, though. I was gonna get into like heartfelt like examples and stuff, but no, I didn't do that. I was already like tripping over words I didn't want to trip over anymore.
Yeah, I can totally understand that. Oh, I've actually got to put together a soft skills workshop. Actually, not soft skills. I've got to put together a case communication workshop, I should say.
Do you know what sucks?
Hmm.
I can write down like a lot of good things. I'm good at writing, but when it comes to actually conveying said writing skills out, as far as like talking,
Right.
I trip up.
Oh, yeah. That's common. Mostly because our brains work faster than our mouths do. Give me just a second. I'm going to deposit some drinks, and I'll be right back. Yeah, no, I totally get that. I've got my ears on, so I can listen if you have more to say.
All I can say is I hate my amygdala. That's the word I learned this week. Yay!
Is that the word that you learned today was amygdala?
Yep.
Okay. I've never used that word, so tell me what that word is.
Well, it's a part of your brain, specifically in your limbic system.
Mm-hmm.
And it's responsible for releasing the hormones adrenaline and cortisol.
Oh, neat. Okay.
So that override it. Sorry, there I go again. It overrides your pretty much your frontal lobe, and it triggers your bio responses that are like fight, flight, freeze, and appease,
Ah,
which I think we all know about fight and flight, but I wasn't exactly aware of freeze and appease being an option until now.
yeah, to that note, Serafina, I've been really busy in real life, so I've been trying to at least keep the podcast up and going. So anything after that, I'm not exactly sure what to do at this particular moment because I have a lot of work ahead of me. So allocating time to streaming is just not something I'm going to do, but I can totally like do the podcast. That's my weekend pleasure. So
Tomorrow I have to talk to my cohorts.
uh-oh, tell me about it.
It's just a bunch of my fellow college student peoples talking about the brain
Hmm.
and mindfulness and managing emotions and bioresponses and communication skills, which I have to improve upon.
Well, that should be fruitful. So having taking like volunteering to take on doing nothing but talking, I totally get where you're coming from. I can't tell you how many times I've tripped up, and it's all practice. And the problem is that we're all self-conscious about what we talk about, how we talk about it, how we're actually speaking, right? And it kind of drives you nuts until you get past it.
Well, I wouldn't have a problem if I didn't have such a short time period to say what I need to say. Because they're like, we need the definitions, we need how things tie into this, we need things how to, ties into that, and blah, blah, blah. You have to do your own stuff, no plagiarism, cite your sources. And I'm just like, can I just wing it? Use what's in the module, go based on what my, personal experiences are, and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is explaining all of that within a 5 to 10 minute window.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like looking at the timer and I'm like, oh crap. So I pretty much speed run it, trip over my words, and then I found myself having to reset, because it's not like I can go back and edit the video like how they do on YouTube where it's like, oh, I'm gonna cut this out. I can't do that. I can pause it, but if I stumble over my words, I have to restart.
So when I was in college, when I lived in Oregon, one of the things I had to do was for a speech class, and I had to find something that I believed in, but had to argue the opposite. And one of the things that I believe in is that meat is necessary for life. Like it's protein, it's all kinds of stuff, right? Like that's just my thing. I love meat. Like I've spent a good portion of my time like picking up my steak game. Like seriously, if I come to Canada, like you guys are having some of Lumi's magical meats. Like no joke. I may see pictures of my
that?
meats. Nope. But
I don't know if I want to eat your meat.
it is delicious, and you'll be like, oh man, Lumi's meats, it's the best thing I've ever put in me. So it'll be fun. Anyway,
we need Serafina. Can you clip that, please?
I was just saying, clip that. Should make a clip. Go ahead and clip it anyway. But yeah, do. But so check this out, right? So I had to argue on the side of PETA. I don't like PETA, but it's all about that disassociation. It's like, okay, well, if I were to advocate for this group, how would I do that? And of course, I waited to the last moment to do it. So I had stayed up all night. I had this large flip board that I had hand drawn stuff on to demonstrate things because we had to bring in a visual aid, and I had to load up all my stuff up onto cards that I could reference at any given point. Like, it's like citing sources. I would have to like reach out and pick it up and be like, yeah, according to blah, 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 blah. And I'd set it back down and just go off it. It was all about reminders about the whole thing. I can't tell you how many times I tripped up practicing between the time of like 4 a.m. to like 9 a.m. trying to get that presentation down correctly. And I only got 10 minutes. And there was a lot to say about, you know, the benefits of veganism. I didn't really care about PETA, but I could care about like dietary lifestyles. I'm like, okay, well, we could totally do that, right? So I think, and that's just because I believe PETA crosses that line between lifestyle and activism, and I don't care about the activism portion of it, right? So anyway, go ahead, Crit.
Yeah, it's like certain parts of their activism is good. However, I don't like their hypocrisy, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Like, don't get me wrong. I like the animals. I really do.
They're very
They're
tasty.
cute. They're tasty. You know. But when you have an organization that advocates for animals while also euthanizes them
mm-hmm.
and then cries foul.
Oh, the puns.
Hold on, let me get a good
It's
drink
not,
out of this.
it's not intentional, but I was like, you know, yeah, I guess it fits. It fits
If it
in
shits,
with
it fits.
yeah.
Hello, Nordic Cajun. And
We have a nerd.
It's okay, everyone. Cajun has arrived. You may now sit down. Put away your arms. Cajun is here.
I'm sorry, delayed
You're
the
fine.
glory that is my loud mouth. I apologize.
On his arrival, we're going to go
Refrain.
ahead and run a quick ad just to make sure we're good when we start at 7:25. So yeah, we should have 2 minutes by the time this is done. So just so you know, 10% of all revenue across all streams of revenue that we currently have active goes straight to the Trevor Project. More on that when we start the podcast. But for right now, enjoy the Tide Pods.
Is he died by?
yummy Tide Pods.
Oh no. But
So,
yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
I escaped from PowerPoint purgatory to be here.
We are so
PowerPoint
glad you to
purgatory.
be here.
I know one person who has eaten a Tide Pod. They thought it would be funny until they started throwing up right away.
Oh yeah, the chemical
Apparently, it
burns
got
and the
into their
stuff.
mouth, and then everything they'd eaten that day decided to be on display all at once.
Yes. As
Don't
it
be
should.
stupid, children. I will make fun of you incessantly for the rest of your life.
I guess that's one way to clean out your system.
Hey.
Ugh. Gross.
What?
Better out than in, I
making
always
a
say.
mess of the floor.
Well, it depends. If it's a steak, I want that in me, not out of me, because that's a wasted steak. I didn't say
Oh.
meat
Ignore it.
tube, I said steak. And it was
Then
not
meat.
Lumi's meat I was referring to.
My meat is steak.
I'm gonna go eat cow. I will go eat the side of a cow. Just walk up to the cow, get out a knife, carve off a slice, and go yum.
Just rake it
No,
across the
just even
campfire.
skip that. Just
Yeah.
like the cow and be like, just a taste.
Like the Banana Tune
Cow.
said, basically, screw you, Cajun, we can start without you.
I saw that. I'm gonna call him out on it when we get back from the ad.
Oh man, I wish I didn't have so many mods for KSP that it wouldn't take 10 minutes to start the game.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Yeah, normally
I've
we
got
have
100
Imi gameplay, but not today.
No,
I was really racking my brain over that PowerPoint stuff, though. I really was.
What
Even
PowerPoint?
Andy was like, I made it for school. It's my first video for my introductions of communications, and
Oh.
it's on bioresponses, mindfulness, and managing emotions. Fun times.
Sounds like a thrill.
hell yes.
Listen, all while doing that, I was also trying to manage my own emotions.
Mm-hmm. Feel that. Feel
I
that.
was crashing out so bad.
I feel that.
You can call me Crash Out Crit.
Crash Out Crit. Coming to a PowerPoint presentation near you.
I even said in front of my my cohorts, I was like, I think I had a amygdala hijack right now during my video, because even at the end of my speech, I noticed that I tripped over my words. I said, you know what? It's good. Just send it. Just
That's
send
it.
it. Be done with it.
Full send. Full send.
Full send.
Oh, Imy's got Space War Crimes up.
Yep,
Uh-oh.
slowly. I don't know why it's taking so long. Probably because I'm also trying to load KSP in the background. So,
That'll do it.
I mean,
I,
it's great when you have 64 gigs of RAM. But I
Yeah.
swear to God, the next system I get, I want it to have a motherboard that'll support 128 or more. I'm likely going to switch over to an AMD system. Because I'm tired of Intel's really, really shitty production processes lately.
I was going to say AMD, their Threadripper series is pretty damn good.
Yeah, I'm just tired of like
Serafina.
the Intel CPUs cooking themselves, throttling themselves because they're cooking themselves, and just it's not worth it to have an AMD anymore or an Intel anymore.
Yeah, I remember back
I mean,
in the
I
day.
do like I really do appreciate the onboard graphics that's on the CPU die, but at the same time, I'm not 100% requiring it these days. So
Well, I remember my first run-in with AMD is because it was just the cheaper chip, right? I absolutely am an Intel dude, one like all the way. And I was like, well, I need this for college, so I just need to get a computer built, and I ended up buying an AMD chip. I don't remember which one it was. I did it. And the problem I had with it is that unlike Intel, they didn't have a way to regulate their own heat. And I mean that in a sense of like,
yeah, they would just burn.
yeah, they just burn
Go
itself
full
straight to
bore
the
until
ground.
there's nothing left.
Right. The Intel chip would be like, nope, turning off now to save my own ass. Well, good job, Intel.
Or, thermal throttling, and then it just slows down to ass.
Right.
AMD is like, we go balls to the walls, baby!
Right. And this is before
I don't
like
care that I'm catching fire.
this is before consumer multi-core chips were actually available. So
Yes.
if you wanted more than one core, you had to get a motherboard with 2 processors on it. So anyway, I think we're good to go. You folks ready?
Yes, sir.
Need any water? You got your beers handy? Your shots?
Good.
All right.
I have my booze.
Got my
Alright.
coffee.
Got your boo and your
Go pee-pee.
booze. Perfect.